Welcome back, boys and some girls. This game is freaking hard for some reason. I'm stuck on the latest stages of this game. I have yet to complete a single run, and by run I mean from the start, from the first boss to the last boss. I still have not been able to do it. I played 3 hours on the demo, 15 hours on launch on the full game, and I keep dying to some random stuff on every run. The farthest I've ever gotten is near the end of the incubator level. I think it's the 4th level, I'm pretty sure, when you get like level 5 items. I highly enjoy the fast-paced combat. Getting things in the correct rhythm feels amazing, but I have one thing that is constantly bothering me. It's the only thing that leads to my death nearly every round. Its name: animation locking. If you have never played the game with this mechanic in it, which I doubt this kind of someone exists, basically you're forced to perform a whole set of moves before you're able to freely control a character again. In relation to this game, it is mostly used in the alter attacks or the crystalline finishers. Both of those give you big advantage if you use them correctly, because during your animation process you are immune to damage, which makes sense because you cannot move. When you start thinking more about it, you realize how those attacks can actually save you from damage you needed to dodge, while also doing damage and killing the enemies faster. So why do I even bring this up? For a very simple reason. What happens after? You gain control of your character and lose the immunity. On paper, this makes sense. Gain control, lose immunity. The problem arises once you take this strategy to the battlefield. For most of the enemies, this tactic works great. Save you a lot of time and HP, especially if you build towards scaling off of finishers. But in about 25% of the time, you will find that enemies hit you at the millisecond you leave the animation and lose your immunity, because technically you have control over your character. But even if you press dodge right before the animation ends or right as the animation ends, you will get attacked. You cannot dodge. The damage you take will also stagger you most of the time, leading to you taking more damage, which could be the end of the round. At the start I was sure that it was just me, that I wasn't able to read the enemy's attacks, but after a high 2-digit number of rounds I can safely say it doesn't seem to be the case. I am able to read the attacks, I can see what's gonna come next. I simply unable to dodge the attack, as it started while I was already stuck in the animation. And to be 100% truthful, I hate animation locking in any game. It makes the game feel way more janky for me. It's the reason I don't play any of the Souls-like games. This game does it, but in the least intrusive way, but still does nonetheless. As I play more and more, I find myself simply not using those special attacks or finishers because I know it will lead to my death. And this saddens me, because those attacks add so much to the game and its fast-paced combat. It changes the game from being button mashing into a very thoughtful, quick decision type of combat. This by no means demotes the game into like a trash category or something. I still very much like the game. I simply would like to blame myself for losing the rounds, just like I did at the very start. The most simple obvious solution I see is to allow us to dodge mid-animation, and if the animation isn't past a certain threshold, just cancel the damage that was supposed to come out of this animation. I know it's possible. I play many other fast-paced combat games, and that's pretty much what I wanted to rant about. It's a pretty short one. I didn't have much that I wanted to get to you, just simply that. And also I'm probably gonna do a review on this game next week. This weekend is gonna be pretty busy with Ashes of Creation coming out. I hope I can finish it. That's dependent if I can finish the game or not. And also, if you have any tips for me on how to improve, become better at the game, do leave them down below. I don't want to see builds like, hey, use this card, use that card, this weapon. No. Just give me generalized tips. It's more fun to find stuff on my own, right? So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, thank you. If you didn't, tell me why you didn't like it, as well as the tips you're gonna give me. Keep us safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.